Alright, we're live here. This is your boy, DJ74 Live, coming at you with a video more on the Gabby Petitio case, on also on the death of Brian Laundrie. Um, I made a video last night about my ideas and suspicions about this whole case, and no more than my idea was put out there about the remains and about the dental issues and everything like that. The next thing I know, there's YouTubers all over coming out with the same ideas now. So I know people have evidently had watched my channel because of the things that had happened. But um, I'm telling you what people will do. They'll see your content and they will take it and run with it. But that's okay. But why I wanted to get back into again wants to get back into this idea of the remains and of the dental records. Um, and again, I seen people come in and went right back out. So I'm probably going to be recorded and taking my messages as well, but that's okay. Um, but like I said, it's very interesting um, as the ideas that I had brought up last night about being the dental records, um, and depending on how much of the remains was left, and I said that the DNA was the most important thing. And then, like I said, the YouTubers all across they started going with the same thing. And then yesterday, beforehand, pretty much, they say he's dead. So again, very highly suspicious of the things that have happened during the Gabby Petitio case, uh, and the so-called death of Brian Laundrie. Now, I'm not making any accusations. I'm not saying that this person did this or that person did that, and saying, well, this one was wrong, this one was right. But what I'm saying is that I do know that going by everything that has happened has been very suspicious due to the Laundrie family. And now even more information has came out that has proven so many people was lying on how deep the water was and how that the dogs would not be able to discover the remains, which has all been proven to be false. And at the time that that area was being um, searched at that time, according to all of the records, that area was completely dry. So again, uh, but the thoughts and the theories that I had last night about the dental records and how easily that could be manipulated, and I said that the most important thing for me would be to see the DNA on the skeletal remains, on depending on how much is actually left. And the more that I watch different news places and different channels, I see that they're saying less and less was there. Less remains more than what we really know. So, in my opinion, I don't think this case is near over. I think that Gabby Petito deserves justice, and whatever is being going on. And like I said, when I came up with this when everything had come out about his death and the dental records, it just came to me that the dental records was not to me the most important thing, but it was going to be the DNA of the body. And then, like I said, then people stories are running wild now with the same thing that I said. because, I had introduced where a movie, um, where the person that faked their death had actually knocked out their teeth, and with the remains that was there, um, they thought that that person was deceased, was dead, but found it out it was them, that they had faked their death. So when it comes down to it, you know, um, when I came out with this idea last night, I was not going to believe that when I turned on YouTube today that everybody's going to be running with the same story. So again, um, we have to look at this case as for what it is. Um, and you as YouTubers, we get ideas from other sources. I do understand that, but like I said, when it comes out exactly the way that pretty much that you did it, um, something's there. So again, I told, like I said on YouTube last night, I said, in my opinion, I said that there are too many things that are left unturned on this case. But I'm really hoping that we will see something really begin to happen over the next few weeks. And I just pray that, the police, as well as everybody else, does not just shut the door and say the case is over with, because I don't think it's over. And like I said, as I said last night, I'd um, very looking into um, really wanting to see and hear about how much remains was found and the DNA process. Because, like I said, the dental records can be manipulated so easily, and it's just the way that his bones and how everything was discovered, all when nobody else could do it before in the same areas. All this is suspect. It's all suspicion to me, and and there's going to be a lot of people that's going to run with the story. People are going to think you're crazy, but um, what I wanted to say is that uh, Gabby Petitio, she died at a young age. She didn't deserve to die, and in my opinion, their parents need to have that complete closure. And and I believe that this case needs to go on until the answers are there. Don't stop till you get all the answers. And like I said, I believe there's a lot of questions with no answers. And every time I hear some of these people speak, um, it just gets more suspicious. And and it's like I said, with all the cadaver dogs that was out there, and according to records, it was dry on the days that they had searched for the body in that area. Um, and leading up to that, leading up to the discovery of the body also was dry as well. So again, as you look into these effects of different things, we have to look and see to ourselves and say, look, you know, uh, how can all these people, drones, dogs, and everything, look for these um, remains and things like that, and then here, the family goes out and they're out there in the area for like 30 minutes and they find the remains. It's very odd. And again, it's very suspicious. And again, I'm not making claims that they did anything, but what I'm saying is it's just suspicious. And and like I said on last night's video that I made, I was very surprised to start seeing channels start running with the same ideas that I had. No, I'm not a big channel, um, and everything like that. But I believe that my ideas and my thoughts and are just as important as anybody else. Um, but the thing about it is that, um, like I said, there needs to be justice for Gabby, as you hear about it from everybody. And I know that there are people going to speculate and take what I'm saying and probably use it for their own advantage, and that's cool. But what I want to see is there be justice for that young lady that lost her life. Um, and if somehow, some way, that Brian is still alive, I believe that they really need to investigate this case. I mean, investigate this case because everything is so highly suspicious of the Laundries and over the death of Brian. And again, that's why I questioned uh, um, in my heart, within my mind, that whether that was his body or not. Because when they start mentioning partial remains, and it's all about the DNA. That's what I said last night, and a lot of people went with that, and that's cool and everything like that. But I had to come out and remake this video today to let you know, this is what came from me, man. This is what I think. Um, and like I said, dental records are so easily to be manipulated. As much as you go to somewhere and dig up a few bones or whatever and put them there and be the partial remains that they have found, and you know, without the DNA proof, it does not prove that those bones are actually his. So I want you to think about that too, because this is so important. That over all these times and all these weeks that they have been looking for Brian, then all of a sudden, like I said, they go out there. The family does. They're out there 30 minutes, and then they find the belongings and the remains. And now I'm hearing that where the remains was found was like only 4 hours from their home. Come on, man. You gonna tell me that there's not something going on with this case? There's something that the police and FBI or whoever's ahead of this thing, they need to get down to the point of this thing, because something's going on behind the scenes. And and what aggravates me the most is that the police are so ready to just close the case, to close the doors. And that's totally ridiculous. And this case is not over. I believe you, the people that wants justice for Gabby, I suggest you continue your protest, continue your doing everything you can to make sure that this investigation continues. Because until I hear a DNA confirmation of those human remains, I know I won't be satisfied. And and I don't think that the mom and dad of Gabby Petitio can be really um, more satisfied with what happened until they know that's really Brian Laundrie. Because to me, I have too many questions. And like I said, people take things out of movies and they can use them. And as I had mentioned that movie last night, you know, these things could be manipulated. And I pray um, that the people that's in charge of this case will continue very, very hard to find out what happened. Um, and like I said, and to really positively um, prove that the remains are his. Because, like I said, uh, you can take, and I've heard of anything from paying off the dentist or whatever. I don't know about all that, but like I said, like in the movie, they knocked out their teeth, then to fake their death, and then of course, they look up the dental records, and guess what? So case closed. Well, this case shouldn't be closed. It's just too easy. It just, it is what it is. It's too easy. I think they need to do some more investigating. They need to go back to that area. They need to put those dogs back to work. They need to go back and uh, scrape and do everything that they can. And there's going to have to be a time where the Laundry family is going to have to come forward, and they're going to have to give out some information. Because, and then, at this time, there's no way that I don't think charges can be implicated on any of them. But if you lie to the police or you lie to the FBI, yes, then charges can uh, be put upon you for lying to the authorities. So again, I think they have a lot of there's a lot of people that has a lot of questions that they need answered from them, and why they did not contact the Petitio family. All these things highly suspicious. Even how that they found the Ford Mustang in the middle of nowhere. I mean, how do you know to look there? I mean, it is what it is. But I tell you what, it's just too highly suspicious, and I suggest that as me, I don't do a lot of videos like these, but I did this because I was very, very interested in the case, because I believe that the parents should be able to have, uh, some type of just something that can help them put a closure on this case. And there's just too many things out there that's gonna, I think, to hinder that. But and if any of them should happen to hear about this video, I just want to say uh, blessings to the Gabby Petitio family. And again, like I said last night, she is in a better place now, but she did not deserve to die. Um, and her life she was just too young. And but again, um, like I said, everything that I'm saying is just for just thoughts. It's nothing, uh, no facts in behind it on a lot of things. But these are my thoughts, and like I said, my question is still going to be the same until I hear about the DNA of those remains. Because now I hear. I think it was last night. They said maybe part of a human skull, and then partial human bones. And then some places are even reporting they don't even know if they're human bones. Come on, now if that's not suspicious to you, I don't know what is. So all I do is say, you want justice for Gabby. I suggest that every one of you out there that is wanting to see the truth come out. Um, Now, whether we can ever get 100% proof of everything, now that's remained to be seen. But I think that one thing we need to be for sure of 100% proof is that those remains are of those of Brian Laundrie. Now, I've seen people go on other people's channels and really put them down and think these are conspiracy theories. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is just common wisdom, common knowledge of what could be done in these cases. But again, I'm going to try to continue to go through. I'll continue to watch videos and see what police say, and continue to see what's going on during the case. But as for me, again, it's going to come down to DNA. And like I said, there was people that was, already said, the dental remains proved he was dead, and now today they've completely changed it out. I mean, it's just odd that I brought up these ideas last night, and then now it's all over YouTube going with the same theory as me. And like I said, it's just a theory, it's just a thought. But again, for me, and if I was the parents, one of the parents of Gabby Petitio, I would have to see the DNA of those remains, because depending on how much remains was left, like I said, you can go dig up remains, or you can go maybe different places to maybe get some type of remains and can plant these things and make it look to be his death, and it not be his remains and all. So as we get ready to close out this stream, I just want you to remember this. You know, if you want to find out, I mean, really, you want justice for Gabby Petitio, I suggest that you continue to do what you're doing. Do not stop making your videos. Do not stop investigating this until there is complete 100% evidence that that is Brian Laundrie's body. Because, as I said before, there's just too many unanswered questions that I know that I would be questioning people right at this moment, but maybe they're taking up their time trying to not make a mistake on the investigation. But I'm going to tell you what, there is a thing called taking too much time, and and that's what I'm afraid of the most. So anyway, that's just my thoughts and my theories and what I think. And I'm going to continue to watch news channels and different things on what police and FBI and other agents say, and what other theories that come about. But anyway, I just say like, share, subscribe, comment, and put your comments in the section. Let me know what you think about whether the remains could have been placed there on purpose and to make it look like it was Brian's remains. But like I said, until I see DNA confirmation, I can't just let this go as the case being over with. Because I want to see justice for Gabby. I want to see justice for her parents, because her parents deserve closure. And I don't know if you can ever find that in the death of a child, but they do deserve to know the truth of what happened to their daughter and on what happened to him and all of the things. And again, I don't want this to be another JonBenét Ramsey case where it just went cold and it's pretty much left undone. There's so much about her case that I believe has been withheld, and there's just so much if you've ever watched into her case. But it all said and done, we're gonna get ready to end this stream. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment. And as we get ready to end the stream, this is your boy DJ74. Like, St. Luke, peace, and God bless.